Ralph, and what we were seeing right there where they were side by side there of Thompson on this outside the 84, you don't want to see that, but if Thompson will get to the bottom here and let Gragson use his outside line like he is here, I'd see there'll be no issue right now.
Noah Gragson won at Tucson. Can he win here tonight?
Really taking care of...
another car goes around. It's Shuddy. We keep going. It's the final lap. Here we come to the checkers. And Gragson wins in Idaho.
Got the pole, led the most laps, got the win. Very impressive night for Noah Gragson.
Shuddy got going again. But Gragson was the dominant car here tonight. Oh, looks like Shepard got into the back of Shuddy.
Yeah, just might have been a little bit of angst from the earlier racing they had there between the two of them when they were getting together a lot, and showed his displeasure there in turn 3.
Todd's doing a good job keeping Noah Gragson behind him right now. He keeps chopping those entries a little bit, and that opens up the door for Noah leaving as he runs off there through the attitudes. Be interesting to see what happens here in the next couple corners. I think Noah's going to try to take a dive bomb at him.
16-year-old Todd Gilliland out in front of 18-year-old Noah Gragson.
Here we go. Only a couple corners left. We'll see what Noah does into this left-hander.
He's right there with him.
Filling up those mirrors, showing the nose inside and outside, right up underneath that rear bumper. Here he comes to the inside again.
He's up on the curb.
Up over the curb in contact, and Gilliland goes sliding off the course. Gragson out into the lead.
An extremely aggressive move for Noah. Got up on the curb, bounced up into the side of Todd Gilliland. He's going to take the win with a very aggressive move. I'm sure Todd's not very happy about that.
Checkered flag, and Noah Gragson sweeps the weekend here at the Utah Motorsports Campus.
That's cool racing right there. I know, obviously, no one wanted to see Todd get pushed off the racetrack, but that's just hard-nosed racing. Noah did what he had to do for his team, and really cool to see a two-time winner here out in Utah.
Sure, let's go back and take a look at it. He comes to the inside here, Jeff, and gets right up underneath him.
Yeah, that pushed Todd up out of the racetrack a little bit, slowed his speed down, and now Noah makes an extremely aggressive move. Todd tries a block, gets up on the curb, gets in the side of Todd. I don't know how they both don't spin out right here, especially Todd way up in all that dirt. He still maintained control. So after they made contact, great job by both drivers not to spin out.
Yeah, you can see Todd right there just struggling, trying to get... There's really no grip out there in the dirt. There's nothing he can do at this point. He's just trying to come.
And a green-white checkered finish. 2 laps to go. The pace car has its lights off. Again, Preece in the blue car. He is the restart leader, the control car. Daniel Hemrick is in the orange 50. They get to the line. There goes Preece. Here comes Hendrick behind them. The white 3 of Austin Dillon and that fast 7 of Gragson.
And once again, the 50 of Daniel Hemrick didn't get a good restart getting up through the gearbox, but he's able to close in. And Ryan Preece in the 47 in turn 2.
Off course, the 16 championship leader of Derek Kraus, that blue car. And he's back on. Boy, a lot of dust being kicked up. Everyone trying to get what they can on these last 2 laps.
I think Derek Kraus just finally decided to just cut the course and go through there. Gained a couple spots, but Noah Gragson able to get to the inside of Daniel Hemrick into the 50 going towards turn 5.
He's trying to cut the course, using the course, and make second position his own. Hemrick right now throwing the block and staying ahead.
And he's going to be really aggressive right here. Gets in the back of the 50. Little bit of door contact. Washes him up the hill. He better get a good launch because I know Daniel Hemrick, he's going to be driving that car down in turn 7, trying to get to that back bumper. Noah Gragson in the 7. And this is allowing Ryan Preece in the 47 to get away.
That's right.
There it is.
Yep. And coming to the white flag, there'll be 1 lap to go after this. And the 7, of course, Gragson, he's just out here to have a good time. Off this weekend from his full-time Xfinity Series ride and in that very fast Jefferson Pitts Racing car.
Oh, and Hemrick misses the S's right there. That right-hander allows Noah Gragson to get back inside of him. The 50 going off track.
And here comes Will Rogers. And off track again is Derek Kraus. Kraus, who had made up so much ground on the afternoon, the championship leader, now finds himself in the tire stack and gets it refired.
I'm sure he's definitely ready to get out of Sonoma. That's for sure. He's had a really tough day, but Noah Gragson able to pull away in second as he was able to get by Daniel Hemrick in the 50 through the S's.
And now we're being told by NASCAR there's a black flag for Ryan Preece and a white flag for Noah Gragson. In NASCAR's opinion, Ryan Preece jumped that last restart. And so he'll have to go to pit lane and serve a penalty. That hands the lead back to Gragson. Wow.
I'm sure Noah Gragson's hoping for that caution flag to come out with all these cars having damage and the 51 being stopped into turn 11. But what a tough break for Ryan Preece in the 47. Pretty much had the race won, and he's going to be scored at the tail end of the lead lap. So Noah Gragson's still fighting hard, and the race isn't over yet. Just has to run and get away from the rest of the cars behind him, especially Daniel Hemrick. And there it is. The caution's out.
And that might have been for Carlos Vieira in the stop 51, but why not call it for this too? Dust storm down through, I think that's the carousel again. And Jagger Jones is off course. And that was actually right before the carousel. Jones is back on. There he is. But that's going to be it, because once the white flag flies in a green-white checkered situation, the next flag ends the race. And it happens to be yellow, meaning that Noah Gragson wins.
And what a comeback story, right? I mean, he had the same penalty earlier on in this race, was really upset about it, and was able to come back, overcome that penalty. And as long as he can make it back to the start-finish line, Noah Gragson's going to be your winner.
My, oh my. Well, Ryan Preece can stay right there in the blue 47, but he will not be flagged the winner. That black 7 will now be given the checkered flag and the trophy and all that comes with it here at Sonoma Raceway.
On the 6, and Jim Engelbright in the 1 making contact.
And there's Carlos Vieira out of the 51 now. Disappointing end to his day. Yeah, Jim said, I've got to repair this car, but I'm willing to rub it up a little bit if you want to talk about things, Rook.
Yeah, I'm sure their crew chiefs aren't very happy. I know from having Larry McReynolds as my dad that I'd be getting quite the meeting after doing something like that. So
he'd tell you, Brandon, people have to work on that car, right?
That's right. He'd tell me to tear it down and fix it myself. But and one of the things right here, Ryan Preece, he's still holding behind the pace car. He's not going to let anyone get in front of him. He's going to stay right there. I'm sure he feels like he was the winner. And there's Noah Gragson, our race winner. They're going to come side by side across the start-finish line. So what a cool day for Noah Gragson. He called a shot. He said he was going to come out here and win the race and was able to pull it off.
The day started with 3 Cup drivers who race tomorrow, wanting to get some experience. A couple of Xfinity drivers out here for fun, Cole Custer, and then the ultimate winner of the race, the Black 7 of Noah Gragson. And there's Preece, who was penalized for violating the restart the last time. Again, there's a point on the wall that they have to fire off near or around. And remember, Gragson had a penalty earlier today. NASCAR's been warning drivers all day, you're not doing it right. And they called Preece's number on that one.
And it can be deceiving, right? I mean, we saw Daniel Hemrick in the 50 car all day long having issues getting going. Here's this last restart with Ryan Preece where they called him going early.
Right before the blue banners, there's a red line. There are some red lines on the wall. That's the area. Boy, that's tight.
Yeah, definitely a close call. It's a judgment call by NASCAR, and you got to stand by it, and what they say goes. But I think it was really deceiving because Daniel Hemrick had been having issues all day long getting going right at that red line. So it looks like Ryan Preece gets a huge jump, but I don't know. I mean, it looked to me like he did what he was supposed to do. Just it looks like the 50 kind of threw off the imaging of that, not getting such a good restart.
Derek Kraus around, couldn't tell if he had contact with Huddleston in the 9. Here's a look at Jagger Jones in the 6, locking it up a little bit, and behind him, Haley Deegan and Jim Engelbright make it 3 wide. There's where all that dust came from. I can't tell if Jagger missed the corner on his own or he obviously thought he had a little help from the 1.
Yeah, a little bit of slight contact in turn 4. Really light part of the course where that tail's kind of up in there under heavy braking, and off he goes. So I know he's not very happy right now. But, man, those drivers, they got to take care of those race cars. There's no sense in beating them up after the race is over. But what a day for Jefferson Pitch Racing. They lost with Ryan Preece, but they won with their teammate Noah Gragson after that penalty.
From the rear to victory lane, Noah Gragson does it in Sonoma.